A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. Tehran, Iran. In a significant development, Iran has announced that it will engage in renewed discussions this week with European nations regarding its contentious nuclear program. The talks are set to take place in Istanbul, Turkey, on Friday, and will mark the first diplomatic engagement since a ceasefire was established following a 12-day military conflict between Israel and Iran in June. This conflict also included U.S. military actions targeting Iranian nuclear facilities. The upcoming negotiations will involve key European players, specifically the United Kingdom, Germany, and France, collectively referred to as the E3. According to Esmail Baghi, a spokesperson for the Iranian Foreign Ministry, the discussions will occur at the Deputy Foreign Minister level. This meeting is particularly crucial as it comes in the wake of heightened tensions surrounding Iran's nuclear ambitions and the broader geopolitical landscape. The E3 nations are part of the 2025 nuclear deal, which also includes China and Russia. However, the United States withdrew from this agreement in 2018 during the administration of former President Donald Trump, leading to the reimposition of sanctions that have severely impacted Iran's oil exports and economic stability. Despite the remaining parties' commitment to the deal, U.S. sanctions have forced many Western companies to withdraw from Iran, complicating the situation further. In a recent communication, E3 diplomats warned Iran that they would resort to restoring United Nations sanctions under the so-called snapback mechanism unless Tehran resumes negotiations on its nuclear program with tangible results by the end of August. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi responded to these threats, emphasizing that if the European nations wish to play a constructive role, they must abandon outdated policies of pressure and coercion. Araghchi criticized the U.S. for abandoning negotiations in favor of military action, stating, "It was the United States that left the negotiation table in June this year and chose a military option instead, not Iran." He further asserted that any new round of talks would only be feasible if the other parties were prepared to engage in a fair, balanced, and mutually beneficial agreement regarding Iran's nuclear activities. The issue of uranium enrichment remains a critical point of contention in these discussions, with the U.S. maintaining that Iran's enrichment activities represent a very, very clear red line. The outcome of the upcoming talks could have significant implications for regional stability and international relations, particularly in light of the recent military escalations and ongoing tensions between Iran and Israel. As the world watches closely, the stakes are high for both Iran and the European nations involved. The talks in Istanbul will not only address Iran's nuclear program, but also broader geopolitical dynamics, including the impact of U.S. sanctions and the role of international diplomacy in resolving one of the most pressing issues in global security today. In conclusion, the upcoming negotiations in Istanbul represent a pivotal moment for Iran and its relations with Europe. As both sides prepare to engage in dialogue, the international community awaits the outcomes that could shape the future of nuclear diplomacy and regional peace. Will the parties find common ground, or will the specter of conflict loom larger? Only time will tell as the discussions unfold this Friday. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.